Hi everybody, this is Kathy, the self-proclaimed Duchess of Montfort. I'm with you today and I want to show you a couple of tips about things that you can have that you don't necessarily have to go out and buy. This is a lot of different things that you can use that are probably right in your cabinets or already on your counter. And the first thing we're going to do is a taco seasoning mix. Taco seasoning mix, as everybody knows, comes in a small packet. There's 3 tablespoons to a packet. And depending on where you buy it, it can get reasonably expensive. But this you can put in a jar, make sure it's a clean, dry jar, and put the mix in there. And you can keep it on your counter or on your table, whichever you prefer to do, and use it as you need it. You still use 3 tablespoons. And you put in 2/3 cup of water on your hamburger meat, your turkey, your chicken, your fish, whatever kind of tacos that you're making. And it's so much cheaper than what you're getting in the store. And there's no preservatives in this. This is all natural. So the first thing that we're going to do is we need 1 cup of chili powder. Now, you can use more or less of all of these things. It depends on what you want. It's your flavoring, so make it what you want it to be. I've got a cup here because I just want it to be more flavoring. Whether I'm going to use a whole cup or not, I don't know. This is quite a bit. Maybe I'll go with a half a cup. Let's try that first, and we can always add. All right, well that's close enough. So that's a half a cup of chili powder and a 1/4 cup of onion powder. I have minced onion. Doesn't matter. It's all going to get cooked in anyway, so it doesn't make any difference what you use. And this one doesn't want to open. I'm going to go to the next one and then we'll get that one open. 4 tablespoons of cumin. One. 2. 3. And 4. Then the next ingredient is 4 tablespoons of black pepper. If you don't care that much for black pepper, use a little bit less. I'm going to kind of play it by ear when I see what I'm pouring here, and we'll decide what we're going to use. One, 2, 3, and 4. Now the next thing we're going to do is a tablespoon of salt. The recipe actually calls for a little bit more than that, but I don't use that much salt for health reasons. So I cut it back. So this is half. And half. So that's 1, and I'm going to use a half. Of salt. And then the next thing it calls for is paprika. And the paprika we're going to use 2 tablespoons. This is 1. And 2. Now the only thing that we have left to do is, what do we have here? Our garlic powder. It's 4 tablespoons of garlic powder too. I like garlic powder, so I will use what it calls for in that. And garlic is good for you. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, see, that was a perfect size jar for what we were doing today. And then I have this little tiny guy here, and we're going to stir it up. And you can also just put the lid on it and give it a good shake. And you want to shake it probably each time that you use it. It smells wonderful. And this will stay fresh for probably, I don't know, 6 to 8 weeks. You can use it after that, but it loses its potency and it won't smell as fresh. So use your own judgment when you start using it. Maybe when you get down toward the bottom, you can tell it's not quite as fresh. Then maybe you won't want to use it, or maybe you want to make sure that you finish it up. And then you just put your lid on and put it on the counter and you're set to go. You just measure out 3 tablespoons. That's equal to 1 packet each time you're going to do your chicken or fish or whatever your hamburger meat to make your tacos in. One other recipe that I have, I'm not going to put it together because I don't have the right size container, but it is, I don't know what the name of it is, but it is made out of turmeric. And if you've probably heard of turmeric, turmeric is found mostly that we're familiar with, at least me anyway, originally, was mustard, black pepper, salt, and garlic. And it's a 1/4 cup of turmeric, 2 teaspoons of salt, 1/8 of a cup of garlic, and a 1/4 cup of black pepper. And you can put that in a salt shaker. That you can use instead of using salt and pepper on your table. You just shake that up the same way you did the taco seasoning mix, put the lid on it, and you'll be surprised how quickly that will go. Turmeric is very good for your health. It's good for your joints. It's good for arthritis. It's good for your respiratory system. And that's not coming from me. That you can look that up. That comes from Google. They tell you the benefits of turmeric. And the black pepper, no matter what you're using it in, it's always used as an absorption. But it's part of the flavor also. But that's what we use black pepper for in these 2 particular recipes. The only thing else I want to say for you today is please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. And when you go to the supermarket, you have the time, pay attention to your labels. If you can't read or don't understand what they have in the label, skip that product. Say it's soup. Go to the next brand of soup. And the less ingredients they have in the label, the more healthy it is for you. And that works for anything. If you obviously can't do that every time you go in, but one day you might be in the bread aisle, you want to check it. You want to be in, say, the spaghetti sauce aisle. I, of late, have been using Rao's spaghetti. I don't get sponsored for it. I just use it because I like it. It has the least amount of ingredients. It's very, very flavorful. And I know the name because they have a small restaurant in New York City. They're fairly expensive, but they're comparative to anything else that you buy. If you don't buy it in the supermarket, I get it in Sam's, and then it's really a good price. That's about all the words of wisdom I have for you today. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Again, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And remember, be kind to one another. It doesn't cost anything. Have a good day. Bye now.